Hey there, this is Darren, day 35. I just came outside, wanted to get some fresh air, and we just did 2 days of the humor boot camp, and it was a huge reminder to me that there were times when I took things for granted, and the fact that I get to do what I love to do and help people, and I love doing it. But I just want to remind you, don't take things for granted. I definitely did. And I got to remind myself. And sometimes I get caught up in the business side of speaking and, the emails not working right and people not getting their email and just the day-to-day frustration of running the business. And so when I'm working with Ed Tate, a lot of times we'll go back to this great scene that I love in the movie The Rookie, where it is he was taking things for granted and he was getting caught up in the business of baseball. And the scene is that he just goes in the next morning. He saw these little kids playing baseball just because they loved the game. And try to bring yourself back to that first time you got to do what it is you do. That first time maybe when you realized you were in love. And just bring yourself to that moment and have that perspective again. So in the movie The Rookie, in the scene, he goes in the locker room the next morning with a whole new attitude. And he goes to one of the other players. He said, "Brooks, today we get to play baseball." And so I had to remind myself a lot of times, Darren, today you get to give speeches. You get to train speakers. You get to whatever. Because there was a time when I dreamed, I was on my knees begging God to let me do this for a living. So when I go back, it just gives me a new perspective. So maybe that relationship you're in, that job you have, go back to the beginning. You wanted that. You dreamed about that. So what do you take for granted, and how, more importantly, how can you remind yourself, hey, I got it pretty good? We need those reminders. Go back to how you felt at the beginning.